Thanks you guys for being here. It's nice to bring our team to the East Coast. Obviously, such a major media market. We appreciate all the coverage out here. It was a great crowd. I thought our players came out here and did what we asked them to do. We made it difficult on Rutgers to score. We turned up the heat in the second half, took better care of the ball, and I think we're still a work in progress, but I think our players are really responding and trying to get to where we want to go. So good win for us tonight.
Question for JuJu, just first season in the Big Ten, what has been your overall reaction to the amount of talent that's in the conference and what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I mean it's a blessing every time we come out here and play a solid team, and I think that's an occurrence that happens often. I mean, everybody can hoop, so we're just grateful for every opportunity to play a solid team.
Howard Magdal, the next. One for each of you, if I could. Kennedy, for you, your ability to get into passing lanes and force turnovers, how important has that been in terms of the defense's ability to be a top 3 team defense overall? And then one for JuJu after this.
I think I really take pride in my defense, so just using that to kind of build my offense as well is something that I take pride in, and then as well as I think being that spark for the team on defense helps the rest of the team get into that rhythm, and yeah.
And JuJu, for you, you had an incredible freshman year, but efficiency across the board is significantly better. From 2, from 3, turnovers are down. What is the biggest leap you've made in year 2 that you're happiest with so far?
I just think having experience. I think freshman year, just kind of coming into it blindly, and then now having that perspective and being able to enhance my IQ is just the biggest part of that, which comes with just learning the game and growing in all areas.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Anyone else? Doug? Here.
Thanks. JuJu, you've played in the road a fair amount, but this is, I think, your real first road Big Ten in Oregon. You played in the past, so it doesn't really count in my mind. What's it like being on the road, hearing fans cheer for you? I mean, you see that in other places, but this is a league game. People are cheering for you every time you do something.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. I'm always grateful for supporters anywhere. I was actually surprised that, I had this many fans on the East Coast just because I'm from the West Coast and we don't really visit here often. So it's always just a blessing to see, and always grateful for the crowd.
Go here in the back, and then brown shirt, blue shirt in the back row.
For Coach or JuJu, was there any adjustments you made or changes you made with out having Keone on the court tonight?
No, I mean, I'll take that. We prepared to have her. Obviously, she's a big part of what they do. But I told the team, when we found out that she was going to be out, that sometimes other people, kind of take that opportunity to step up, and we couldn't, be any less locked in on our game plan. I thought they would probably go to Adams, even more than they normally would. So we really tried to key in on her, did a good job on that. But really, it was about our team defense regardless. And don't know what's going on there, but hope the best for everybody. And we just tried to take the challenge that was in front of us tonight.
JuJu, were you looking forward to playing Keone? Were you disappointed that matchup didn't happen?
She's a good player. I'm always excited to play against good players. I guess I was a little disappointed that she wasn't on the floor, but I think the main goal is always to win with or without players.
Go here, the brown shirt and blue shirt.
How you doing, Coach? Brittany Wallace with the 9450. It seems as if Kennedy Smith is emerging as a consistent and steady two-way player for you. Can you just speak to Kennedy's overall impact on the team and just why she's been so effective on defense, especially since, coming back from the minor surgical procedure?
Yeah, so I don't know that she's emerging. I think she's been there the whole time she's been healthy. I've said a number of times in interviews, she's the best incoming freshman defender I've had in my career. Just it's physical and it's mental. She's incredibly smart and understands coverages and just has a physical capability to guard any number of positions, and just that will, that want to. She loves defense, and it's a huge catalyst for us. We talk a lot about her defense, but it's not a detriment to the offense. It's just her defense is that good. So obviously we know she can make shots, she can get to the rim, she can knock down free throws. So to be in her 8th or 9th, I think, college game at this point, something like that, we know what she's capable of, and I think just she's done it on the biggest stages, and she's only going to continue to get better, and she's a huge part of what we do.
Thank you.
John over here from She Got Game. This one's for JuJu. You know, we spoke a little bit about your offensive ability, and a lot of people praise that. However, tonight, I think your defensive effort as a team kind of stood out. And as you spoke before, you know, you've elevated your game from last year, from your freshman year to this year. But just defensively, it seems like you're taking more of embracing that challenge a little bit, even how you just spoke about Kiyomi. You know, what's going into that, and like, you know, how do you embrace it or take on games?
Honestly, I think I was good on defense last year too. But I mean, whatever I could do to help the team. I think, like Coach said, Ken is a big part of our defensive energy, and so to be able to add to that and get rebounds when I can and just help out in that way, that's always going to be something that I'm willing to do.
Back row yellow shirt and then Barcelona man.
Hi, Tony Burnett from the Benchmark Entertainment Sports Podcast. This is for JuJu and Kennedy. In a game like this where you guys are hitting on all cylinders, you get off to a fast start, how do you stay locked in mentally in a game where it kind of got out of hand? So how do you guys stay locked in mentally?
Go ahead, Ken.
Okay. I think just keeping the main thing. We came here to do a job. So even if we're up by a certain amount, I think that shouldn't stop us on either offense or defense. So taking pride in what we came here to do.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement, no matter the score. So we're just really keyed into the game plan and just trying to continue to learn off of each other and use this as experience down the line.
And Coach, for you, what was the message to the team during a game like this? Still working on the plays? Like, what was the message to them to
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think we were that good on offense in the first half. We had 13 turnovers. You know, we talked about turning it over last. We talked about learning to keep our foot on the gas, not playing the scoreboard. We're still a relatively new team that we're still growing together. So there's always combinations. I'm working on lineups, defensive things, and so there's always challenges to keep them locked in with. And I thought they did a really good job of that. And that to me speaks to what our overall goals are. We want to win the game, but we want to continue to get better in doing so and be ready for whatever might be coming our way next.
This is a question for JuJu Watkins. You had a fantastic night, 23 points, 14 rebounds, but is there something that you'd like to improve on from tonight?
Yeah, I think my efficiency wasn't the best tonight. So just continuing to work on that and taking the best shots. It was an off night for me tonight, regardless of the outcome, but just continue to stay locked in with my team and knock down shots that I usually do.
Howard, last question.
Lindsay, for you, for you guys to have the crowd you had here tonight, and so many people wearing the buns, and so many people sort of aware of you guys in some fundamental ways. I'm wondering how much you feel like that speaks to how national the women's game has become. That you guys have this following here just as surely as Paige has a following out west.
For sure. I think it's really unreal. We come in here to do a job, trying to get the win, trying to get better at our transition defense or whatever play we're calling. But when you think big picture, it really is something. The fact that, and I've said it in LA, like JuJu's had really a cultural impact. I mean, the girls and boys that come to the game, the way that it's impacted our program, it's hard to impact winning like this, right? It's like she came and impacted winning, got other great players to come. I remember recruiting last year, going to watch Kennedy. She had already signed. We were watching another player as well, who's now also coming to us next year. And people looked at me and said, wow, JuJu and Kennedy are going to be a problem. They start to talk about that. And little girls can see them, and they can wear the bun, and they can aspire to be like these women. I think that's really, really important. And to have that following on the East Coast, now that these games are on national TV, and she's in commercials and things like that. I think that the impact is so far beyond just the scoreboard, and that will never be lost on me. It was really cool to be close to my hometown and have all these people want to come to see JuJu and come to see her teammates. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.